Good evening, everybody. Just a quickie video I'm shooting today. Uh, like always, I got contacted by one of these real amazing YouTube members who was inquiring about about this particular model here that I covered here a few months ago. Basically, I bought it on eBay with original box, original everything, put together very well by someone once upon a time. We'll never know. And it was for sale on eBay, and I fell in love with it. I'd never seen anything like it before, and I just had to have it. It's built by IMC, 1/25th scale, according to some YouTubers here. It's original vintage kit. Came out approximately 1965, and I've been meaning to give it some love. It doesn't need much. I want to keep it actually as original as I can, and that definitely is the way I'm going to go. But there's a couple little pieces that were busted or need a little bit of improvement. Maybe never got painted, and or maybe a couple little things I want to do as far as a little bit of slight improvement, just to make her slightly pop. But that's pretty much about it. But why I wanted to share this video with you, Wilson, is the YouTuber who contacted me, Wilson, indicated he had one of these that he found at a sale here recently or not too long ago. Still an original shrink wrapping. So he said he had never opened the box before, obviously, and he was looking forward to my little rebuild on this to see which direction I guess he wanted to go with his. So let me go ahead and show you, Wilson, the features of this model, the little things I'm going to improve, just the spectacular detail and the love someone gave it once upon a time. Let me share these with you, what I'm going to do with it, the little build or restoration or rebuilding, as I like to call them, or rescue. This is not a rescue, or a rebuild actually. It's just a retouching. I'll show you where I'm going to go. We'll look at the end product here. This is not going to be a long, drawn-out build series. It's going to be a quick because she doesn't need much. And it's something I can do in between projects just because she's adorable. She looks like a fun project. And I'm definitely going to share all the steps, as much as I can anyways, with you, Wilson. And we'll look at the end product together. We'll look at it together here. And we'll look at the end product down the road, see how she comes out. And then you make your decision what you want to do with your particular mint condition, steel, sealed in original plastic model of this particular truck, which is a Dodge L700 tilt cab by IMC. A Dodge L700 tilt cab by IMC. Let's check it out together. I'm going to zoom in and out. It's not going to be a long video at all. I'll share some features of the model with you, and just so you can start getting an idea of what is in your box. Here we go. Wilson contacted me just maybe an hour and a half ago. It's about 10 minutes after midnight here, but I couldn't go to bed. I opened the box and just started studying it, and I spent a fun evening doing that. Not sleepy at all, and kind of excited to share this with everybody, but in particular with you, Wilson. Let's check it out. Oops. Tonight being Friday night, just before Thanksgiving here, I noticed a lot of guys, a lot of builders on YouTube who I admire, and just I'm amazed by their work and follow their builds as much as I can when I have a lot of. I like to do that when I'm building the models here. A lot of YouTubers, great builders, posted a lot of videos, in particular tonight, Friday night. So I didn't want to go to bed without doing something. and this was just perfect, Wilson. Let's check it out together. I'm gonna move the tripod. You guys bear with me, okay? Okay, Wilson, the model came in its original box. Box was in great condition. Inside the box is the model as it appeared when I opened the box. I guess the builder installed the wheels, the front wheels, in the incorrect manner. They did not fit well, and either he broke them off or they snapped off. So they came loose when I bought it, which is fine. We're gonna doll her up. But I'm gonna keep the original tires and rims. I'm not changing really much. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna include a little pack of tiny little parts that busted off, but not really much. So that's not gonna be an issue either. I pre-removed the cab before I started filming this, but I had to kind of gently pop it off. It just has 2 pins underneath here. I'm going to zoom in on the cab and other pieces just so you could check it out, Wilson. But this is what is in your box. So someone did a gorgeous job painting this model. It is in 1/25th scale. But there's little things that I am going to fix for him, or kind of maybe slightly update, let's say. And I'm sure if he was here today, he'd probably say, that's a neat idea, thank you. So I'm humbly and respectfully going to approach this model and this retouching. That's not a rebuild. And just honor what one day, hopefully, someone is going to be doing with our models. So great hobby. And you kind of sort of live forever, especially when you're appreciated. Once you're long gone, when your work is appreciated by your peers. And I think we all admire and respect our peers here on YouTube, our fellow builders. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be following in their footsteps. But here, let me check. Let me show you. The model does come with opening doors. Beautiful interior. So one spot I am gonna take care of here, Wilson. Let me hit it with more lights. Bear with me, guys. Is the doors. I don't know what happened there, but we're gonna match that paint, or maybe do a little different type paint just on this panel. I'm not sure yet, but pretty sure we're gonna match it, and we'll put some door handles there, which is what probably should have came with the model. It's missing one handle back here, but he included it in the bag, and we're gonna add it right there where it should have been. There's your interior. He used a pin, push pin with a yellow ball, plastic ball at the end for his stick shift, if you guys can pick that out. Same thing with this door as this door. We'll touch that up. The model closes great with no issues. It's built. Not only is it built, but the model from the kit looks like it comes very, very plumb level and square. Everything matches. No crazy flash that I could see or wore parts. They were probably brand new molds when they came out originally in 1965, so that wouldn't have been an issue. Also, Wilson, if you notice, the mirrors have not been painted. That's just regular white styrene. So I am going to paint those, not shiny chrome, but I'll find something where it doesn't overtake the rest of the look of the model. but will give it the more finished look. He applied the wipers on each end in the up position. I don't know if that's correct or not. The box has them down here, standard position, what you see all vehicles. Um, I'm debating whether I'm going to move them down or not. I'm not sure. If I do wind up moving them down, that means I have to take them off from where they're at and reposition them. But since I'm going to have them off the model, I would probably dull down that shiny chrome, only because I don't want it to distract from these beautiful shiny reflective headlights and these turn signals, which I am going to keep the way they are. Also, the beautiful shiny chrome bumper. So all these little things I'm going to take into consideration as I move along. Let me show you the underneath, Wilson. He did that with a brush. I'll hit it with an airbrush so it's clean. You won't see any brush strokes, but I'm going to use the same flat paint. I'm not going to deviate from what he did. Also, Wilson, what he did is he's got the antenna here. It's your typical, AMT or 125th style antenna, which is really thick. I may just slice it off there and put a thin antenna. Once again, I'm doing that to not distract or take away from the gorgeous features of the model. So it'll be there, but I don't want it to stand out. I'm debating that also. But as I get to that point, I'll kind of have it figured out. I'll have an image in my brain. Probably what I'm going to do to this sweetheart here to make the cab blue pop out is these steps here. They have kind of bumps on them like safety tread. Here and here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm probably going to paint that square there and that one in a black color. Only these squares, and these squares only, to make the blue of the cab pop out even more. It'll be flat so it doesn't overwhelm. Once again, I don't want to distract from the beautiful blue color, the orange running lights on top, and the beautiful, beautiful Dodge emblem and those gorgeous headlights. A lot of people might go with a wash inside the grill there, to kind of make that look like a grill. I'm not going to touch that because I don't want to add a black to the front like a mustache. I want the cab to look exactly like you're seeing. So I'm not just going to blindly jump in and do what I just mentioned, these steps. They're going to be very thought out and pre-planned, and I'll do a lot of color matching, kind of like when you paint a house. Cab fits real nice in the palm of my hand. It's well built. It's not crooked. Everything sits plumb level and square. One boo-boo I did receive with the model that I am going to correct, and I'm sure the builder would thank me, is the cab window on the rear. I had to pop off because it had a big blotch. It had a big blotch of glue on the inside, and that ain't coming off. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it. I may replace it with an actual piece of glass. I actually have glass that would probably work on that. And just attach it from the inside. It would change the look of the rear of the cab drastically when you use a piece of glass opposed to plastic. And you go in there and you can actually clean the glass with a little bit of little tissue, Q-tip and Windex. But once again, I would be doing that to make the cab pop. But I'm not just jumping into that. I would really plan it well ahead, test it, and before I would proceed that way, or keep it with a piece of plastic in there. The frame, actually all the components of the running gear, the frame, the wheels and stuff, the motor, the transmission, your differentials. I'll put it like this. I don't want to snap off the pogo stick, so let me do this. Okay. I hope you can see that all right. Let me check behind the camera. There we go. Everything sits plumb leveled and square. Everything was engineered to fit perfectly with its opposing part, without it being crooked or anything. Very, very straightforward construction, but yet not elementary. These were designed probably for modelers who are a little bit more advanced. but it almost has a Tamiya quality to it. I hope you can see that. He did not paint the frame components, the running gear. It all comes in black styrene. So I had mentioned earlier I may touch up some parts with paint. That's what I was getting at earlier. I wouldn't be touching up anything on the frame or the differential. What I would be touching, but I have to think about it, what I would be touching up is I would pop off the two fuel tanks, clean up the seam that runs all around them at the top. You can see that. Make it look like fill in the seam, and either reshoot them in a black that's more appropriate for this. I doubt it would be flat, or maybe hit them with like a chrome or a stainless steel or aluminum color. I would have to play with that, but it's the direction I'm leaning to, and I'll show you why here in a bit when I put everything back together again. Also, it's missing its fuel filler caps, so we'll add that back on. It's missing its it should have a cross member here. Let me get my pointer. There we go. I got a nice pointer here. Okay, it's missing its cross member. Let me get a better pointer, gentlemen. Sorry about that. I don't want to be handling the model any more than I have to, so let me do this. Okay, it's missing a cross member here, which we'll go ahead and obtain one, or hold on a second. From another kit, or I'll make one out of brass or out of styrene. It's no big deal. Also, what we're missing here is the platform and the fifth wheel. So we'll get that from another kit. That's no big deal. Pretty much that's about it as far in terms of what it's missing. Wilson, what I will show you also is probably going to have to paint that pogo stick in some sort of color. I don't want to start painting a lot of stuff in chrome or aluminum or whatever to distract. So I may go with black, or a very, very dark, subtle, some sort of metal color. I'm not sure yet, but I'll play with that when we get there. One of its mud flaps did break off. Not break off, they snap in, and I guess he didn't glue it, and I snapped it back off by mistake. But I was also poking around on purpose. It's got the ICM emblem molded into the plastic mud flap there. I was thinking of just going flat black, flipping it over and just using a flat black so it doesn't distract. I'd have to really think about that one, and maybe I could add an emblem there or something, the naked cowgirl or whatever. I'm exaggerating by saying that. I'm just trying to make a point. But your frame components are perfectly square and straight. There's no, I noticed the AMT ones kind of like rounded edges. Not these. These are nice, crisp, sharp edges. These are nice. They're not warped. They're not crooked in any way. And it should be straightforward construction for you, Wilson, when you decide to get there. So we're missing a cross member, our platform, our fifth wheel. That's pretty much about it. I'll do something with the mud flaps. So they'll either be like this with that emblem, or they'll just be flat black. I would like to do it flat black to once again make the cab pop up front, and maybe the fuel tanks. What I am going to add, and I see it's sorely missing, and I'll show you right now, Wilson. We'll add the cab back on. This I am going to do, but it's going to be removable. I am going to add that plate right there. It's, to me, in my eyes, what I'm seeing, Wilson, and feel free to give me some advice or your opinion or how you feel about it. I see a beautiful woman and this is her jewelry, if I can describe it that way. And otherwise, it's just all black. But the good thing is this will be removable. So depending on, opinion or moods or whatever, if I do choose to add it, it's not going to harm the model at all because it just you just take it out with your hand. I'll figure out some sort of pins or something to pop it in, or maybe just keep it loose like that. But that's something I do want to go with, Wilson, at least on this particular model. And I'm sure if the original builder was right here right now, he'd probably say, oh, that kind of looks cool. Pretty much that's about all I'm going to do to her. She's really wobbly as far as the hinge system. It's just basically two holes and one got widened, so it's like wobbly. So I may wind up putting like brass tubing in there just to make those holes tight, but I probably would not be doing anything more than that. But I'd like to make that action nice and tight, kind of like on the diamond reel. Another thing I wanted to show you, Wilson, was the motor, your engine. Looks like some sort of I guess it's a V6. No, not a V8. It would be a Dodge V8. Nice detail. Transmission's nicely detailed. Just kind of basic also, but it's got nice sharp edges. So it looks like it was made yesterday. I do have a Dodge engine here. It's kind of like for drag racing and stuff. Would I put it in there? Probably not, but I was just playing with the idea of how would that look. Also Dodge motor, it's a V8. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do that, but these are little things you're going to do with yours. Fix it up your way, how you envision it, or keep it mint, sealed in the box. That's fine too. You can always buy one of these that's already been opened. But you got a real treasure there. You got a real great catch. 20 bucks, sealed, brand new kit from the 60s of a interesting vehicle, a Dodge L700 tilt cab. So good for you, Wilson. I had a blast reading your comments and our back and forth, and let's keep that up as we build. I'll do little series as we move along. They're going to be short and quick, just like this video. And absolutely, let me know if there's something I can show you, if something you're curious about, or anybody else here. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So I think we're going to end it right about here. I can't think of anything more, but watch what I do first. See how we can go about the both of us kind of like poking around with this guy here. And then if that inspires you to open your box and do your own build, fantastic. And if not, that's fantastic too. But thank you for commenting on this model and this video I did a while back. And yeah, I've been saving it and dying to get to it, and I guess you gave me a perfect reason to do that. But we'll keep in touch. We'll keep doing this build, see where it takes us. And absolutely, when you're ready, post a video or pictures or a quickie video on YouTube and let us know what you come up with. Well, you guys take care. Wilson, thank you. You take care also. We'll keep in touch. I'm going to end it right here, but I'll leave the video playing for a couple more minutes so you can look at the model without me yapping away. You guys take care.